count the top 5 scores of the 6 that go in each rotation. So each team per rotation can make 1 mistake, but that is it. Allison Cucci going to be displaying the first Yurchenko 1.5 that we will see a lot of. That's the more standard 10-0 start value vault in collegiate gymnastics. She had a 9.825 last week.
She has such great technique on that pre-flight. Super controlled. I loved how she opened and flared those arms up and had a very controlled landing. Hits the table with straight arms, fully executed.
Here's Jeffrey Scott. 9.875, 9.85 right now for Georgia. These are pretty good scores. Remember, this is a meet that both of these teams are so evenly matched. You would not be surprised if it comes all the way down to the final routine. Scott had a 9.875 on Sunday.
Jeffrey is a showstopper on this event. Sky high. Release moves. Hits that handstand right on top. Judges are looking for it to be completely vertical. And I loved how she kept her hips fully extended. Truly amazing of a bar worker. The amplitude and the way that she catches with straight arms and then immediately swings into that pack salto. Fully extension of the hips, eyes on the mat, controls her landing. That's exactly what great bar workers accomplish.
Here's Lauren Williams. 9.875 the last 2 vaults. But I was here in this building when she almost scored the first 10 in Arkansas history.
She's got so much height and so much distance. That was so close to being perfect, Alex. We may have seen another 9.975.
Took a little hop there.
Just so impressive. I love how she just kept her chest vertical, hits the table, perfect form in the air, opens up her arms. Chris Brooks loves it.
I think that's going to be Arkansas's highest score so far. Even with the 9.775, it's over 49.2. Finishing off the first rotation here with the first time we'll see Lily Smith. 9.95 for her on Sunday, following a fall the last time before that.
One of the best athletes in the country on this event. You can see how much control she has on the bar. Very precise, takes command, and just delivers every single time, Alex. This team has really shown the power of Lily Smith and what she brings to this team. It's amazing. Did a great job holding that landing. I would say it's kind of a finesse. I would say her chest was a little bit too far forward, but other than that, I'm curious to see what the judges are going to say about that landing.
They're working on those little deductions. Can Jocelyn get them off to a good start, though? She's had 3 straight 9.775s on bars.
She is in this leadoff position for a reason. She sets the tone for the remaining athletes of her team. A very disciplined bar worker. And just an exceptional double layout. You can see the hype from this team so far.
That feels like more than just a stick with the way that everybody reacted in here. They are contagious.
They are ready to win. They want to dominate this competition. And starting off in that leadoff position, it speaks volumes. They are ready to roll.
Can't wait for that one as well. Leah Smith now following up a 9.875, or rather a 9.9 that is, from Jocelyn Robertson, and we wait for Haley Klein's score to come in, but it should be another very good one. Robertson just got them started off on the right foot. That's why a leadoff is so important.
Yeah, most definitely. And the fact that her score just changed. She just got a 9.87, 9.875.
Oh, no, there it goes, 9.9 for Robertson.
Leah just delivers every single time. And we've said it again, these sticks are contagious. Exactly what Arkansas is needing to do tonight. The extension is incredible. Vertical chest. Well, you feel the pressure to obviously stick, but you're confident. You're ready to go. You've got fuel. You've got ice in your veins. And the athlete that definitely has ice in their veins is Kamara Williams, the freshman, the outstanding freshman. Just did a beautiful Yurchenko 1.5. Just took that step forward.
And following up Jada Battles 9-8, so Arkansas's got the advantage. Remember, they had to make up just less than 2/10 going into this. So Williams, who stuck her Yurchenko 1.5 on Sunday, Arkansas has one more chance to add to their score already, with Kuchis coming in at 9.725. That's the score you want to put away. I mean, in this type of high-intensity, high-level meet, you don't want to count a score in the 9.7s.
Every performance is going to count tonight, and the way that these athletes pick up their teammates is going to be very important also in this competition. No question on that handstand, hits it right on top. And a beautifully executed full twisting double tuck. This Arkansas team is on fire. They are here for the streak to maintain the win.
5 sticks out of 6.
That's the difference maker.
They were pretty close to 6 out of 6 there.
Legs are completely glued together. You can see her vision is completely glued to that mat. She's electric.
Here is Harley Tomlin making her debut tonight. We'll see her on beam in the 4th rotation as well, a 9.85 on Sunday. Out of Pittsburgh, if that last name sounds familiar. Well, her dad is Mike Tomlin, the now former Pittsburgh Steelers head coach after 19 years. He never had a losing record. That's my favorite stat about Mike Tomlin. Pretty tough to do.
She is such an explosive athlete. This skill is so unique. You don't typically see it in college gymnastics. That is called a double Arabian, and she just jumps out of it with a stag jump. Beautifully done.
Georgia was only down by 1/10 1/4, which is a little more than 1 step on floor. I mean, that's literally how close this meet is through 2 rotations.
Those little details are going to count. The overextension of those leaps, controlling those landings, that's what it's going to come down to in this competition. Last pass here, front layout, step out immediately into a double tuck. This is why they're #1 in the nation on the floor exercise. It is phenomenal, the difficulty that they bring. This is such a technical skill. It's a blind landing. You're twisting in the air, and she just does that stag jump to reduce any steps out of that. And just nails that double tuck. Ryan Roberts loves it. You can see it. He's pumped. He's ready. Great job.
And you can tell because everybody knows how close this meet is right now. Nyla Aquino follows up a new career high for Harley Tomlin, 9.925. If they could drop Addie Wall's score, this is really going to be a big rotation. But, of course, plenty of gymnastics still to come.
First pass here, a huge double layout. What makes it so difficult is you're flipping in that laid out position, which stalls and slows down that rotation. Talk about power and discipline from this athlete.
She's gone as high as 9.975 against Oklahoma last year, which means one judge gave her a perfect 10, the other a 9.95.
I mean, she's got so much energy. I saw her in the warm-up dancing with her teammates. I mean, I don't know how she's exhausted. And her floor routine is filled with expression. I love it.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be. But if you saw her in warm-ups, you would know where that endless energy comes from. doing splits out there on the floor. The reason Ryan Roberts, her co-head coach, says she just has the it factor.
She definitely does. And just a sophomore, she is capable of so much, and she's got so much going for the remaining of her career.
Judges aren't even counting that split, but I would have given just a split a 10.
The overextension doesn't even have to pike down exactly what the judges are looking for.
All right, home fans, on your feet and make some noise. Our next competitor on the
I mean, she's on fire.
The score came in as a 9-8, tying wall for the lowest at the moment. So they're gonna have to count one of those 9-8s. That's not a problem, especially with Lily Smith to come up here. What does Lily think about before she hits the floor?
I tell myself to squeeze my butt because that's what my floor coach tells me to do. And then before my last pass, I just tell myself to give it my all because last pass, you have nothing to lose.
Smith lights out last week. Her first career 10 on floor on Friday in their quad meet at home, and then followed up with a 9.975 against Auburn.
We saw this in the slow-mo, the technique, and it is just on command every single time. Legs were completely glued together, extension. Alex, to me, she's just like this beautiful ballerina, and she just expresses herself, and it really speaks volumes to her club gym also. That's where she came from and was engraved in that type of gymnastics. Leaps and jumps completely all the way around. And not only does she have beauty and grace, I would say she's one of those athletes that are kind of that full package. She delivers and has so much power in everything that she does.
I mean, everyone says it, but it's impossible not to think about the great Nastia Liukin when you watch her do floor.
The technique through the air and the way she's able to have that vertical timing allows her to have that perfect acro combination.
Floor worker in the country this year and showing why. Here's Jocelyn Robertson now. 3 straight 9.95s before the last meet. A little bit of a stumble with the 9.825, but she is more than capable, and I would argue deserves a 10 here on beam. She's been perfect before.
She performs on the balance beam as if she is on the floor exercise. So quick, so precise, and she's just smiling through the whole entire thing. A little bit of a balance check on that full turn. Here's that difficult series right here. Same area, roll, step out. The key to success and consistency is having that appropriate feet placement. And she does it with excellence.
Everyone loves working a hog call into a beam routine as well.
And finishes it off with an incredible front full. The Razorbacks are on fire. This arena is electric. She is above 180 degrees. The judges cannot take anything off of that.
But that's where they keep taking off, right? Her back leg on the switch leap, even though her leg is straight, and she's clearly at above 180 degrees.
And that feet placement is so precise. That's what...
As we go back to floor for Arkansas, it's really showtime now. Lauren Williams who has 8 995 scores in her career. The redshirt junior from just 20 minutes away in Rogers, Arkansas, the first in-state recruit in 10 years here for the Hogs.
And she's got my favorite floor routine of the night. She is a performer. She is electric. You can see it on her face. We talked about her being a gamer. She's got that attitude day in, day out. Full twisting, double tuck. Did look like she went out of bounds.
That was really close. I'm not sure she did, though.
She held it on releve.
She was on releve, which means she was on her toes, right? But she was beyond the map, but there is a little bit of space of blue. I don't know how the judges are going to see that, though, because we're right in front of it. That's going to be interesting to see what they do with that.
But if they do take off, it's going to be about a 10th deduction.
It will be a 10th because it's one step, yes.
She's just got this mindset that she can do better every single time she performs. She had elbow surgery, and she's competed tonight on both the floor exercise and on the vault. Beautiful combination pass. Exceptional.
And Lauren was fully back on 3 events in the preseason, but unfortunately got sick and ruptured her eardrum around Christmas break. Of all the things that happens, that's not exactly the one that you circle. Watch her
Full
feet
twisting,
here.
double tuck. Does such a great job, has so much power.
Yeah, she's out. Yep.
She definitely did go out of bounds. It's going to be a 10th deduction on that.
Hurt, right? Because if she stays in, it's easy to tell she stays in. If she takes that step out, the judges don't have the best angle to that.
No,
The one on the other side, on the far side, has no chance. They're not going to see that.
yeah, I would call that getting lucky.
Well, we'll see what the score comes in as for Lauren Williams. Jeffrey Scott following up Lily Smith's 9.75. So she stayed on the beam and she put up a score that they really needed, even though not as high as they would have wanted.
And while this crowd is going wild, Jeffrey is keeping it to herself in her own lane. Beautiful connection, smooth connection between those front area today.
Lauren Williams' score was 9.925. It means definitively that the judges did not see a step out of bounds. Not a break Arkansas is going to be worried about, though.
Overextension on those leaps and jumps, completely above 180 degrees.
And here's Jeffrey's moonwalk. The 8th straight gym dog to perform it on beam.
And she does one of the most unique dismounts. She's got to have exceptional timing on this. This is a front handspring into a front 1.5, and she delivers every single time. The overextension on these jumps, judges are looking for that tight connection and quick connection. And then this dismount, legs are completely glued, has no problem. She is unfazed.
We get to see the Price sisters together for 1 year here at Arkansas. Kamara Williams now made her collegiate debut on beam on Friday and has since gone 9.9, and then on Sunday she hit a 9.95. Absolutely remarkable. And Jeffrey Scott's score of 9.925 is the leader in the clubhouse for Georgia so far.
The freshman anchoring this lineup. Back handspring, layout 2-foot. Nobody does it like her. Extremely difficult in college gymnastics. Another extremely difficult side summy. You're landing sideways on the balance beam. You don't have that much pressure on your feet on that skill.
Williams finished high school early and didn't join the team until December 11th. She competed in the gym dog debut 2 days later. Ryan Roberts said she knew that, she'd be that good on floor and vault, but impressed how quickly she stepped into being.
She's also a gamer. She's hungry to be in that all-around, and she's really showing up and showing out. Got a little bit too excited on that dismount. The height and the amplitude on that series, it's incredible. Extremely difficult, does a great job holding that landing.
9 career floor scores of 9.9 or better for the former Olympic alternate. And 1 bronze on vault at the World Championships in the fall. Took a little time to rest her foot after, but she was back in leg events in December, according to head coach Jordan Weaver. It's the first time that she's competed all around this year.
And the floor is hers tonight. She can do that in her sleep. It is truly amazing, the competitor of Jocelyn. Also the endurance. Her dance is extremely difficult. It's always on the go. Being able to tumble at such an elite level and also dance to your full potential really speaks volumes.
Interesting too, because she's got her 2 most recent elite coaches with Cecile Conquito-Landy and now Chris Brooks, who took her to the World Championships. They're both in the building here. It's a special meet for Jocelyn.
She is pumping up the crowd, going into her last pass right here, a front layout step out.
That's how you finish a party right there. I know what hype man Corey Tomlinson wants.
He's definitely burning up those calories. Makes this pass look so easy, completely extended. Front layout step out, perfect timing to get enough speed and rotation into that double tuck. Does not move that front foot. Takes command.
Everybody in the country wanted her. The Sooners landed her, and the good news for tonight is she's going to be doing the all-around for the first time in her collegiate career.
Wow! She ended with an oh yeah! I would be saying that too, Mackenzie E-step.
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful.
When Mackenzie E-step is in this building, she's sticking that vault.
Oh. Distance, height, technique, form.
I'm not seeing a deduction there, Bart. Flared those arcs out at the right moment. Head coach KJ Kindler knows that was good.
Oh, the Sooner fans want to see a perfect 10. E-step has the perfect combination of technique and power, and what a way to get her first all-around competition underway as she was Elle Miller. Mackenzie E-step got a 9.95 for the Sooners. Okay, another good landing.
They're sticking now, Bart. Slightly staggered feet, but great stick from Elle Miller as well. These are the sticks that we talk about when we're talking about Oklahoma's ability to find their landings. You'll see that right foot was just slightly behind her left foot.
There'll be a slight deduction there for not having her feet parallel on the landing, but she did control it for sure. Top college and elite level athletes. TCT. Natalia Pavlak had a 9.825, so very respectable scores for Alabama here. Here comes one of their best. This is Chloe LaCourcier.
Chloe is a terrific bar swinger. Legs completely glued together. Her form is spectacular. spectacular, almost got a perfect 10 in her meet against Florida on this event. Strong routine so far.
Oh, yeah.
She has money on that dismount bar. She has stuck that time and time again.
That's what her season low is, 9.925. That's how consistent she is.
Chloe's really settled into herself.
Top college and elite level athletes. Tennessee team. Natalia Pavlak had a 9.825, so very respectable scores for Alabama here. Here comes one of their best. This is Chloe LaCourcier.
Chloe is a terrific bar swinger. Legs completely glued together. Her form is spectacular. Almost got a perfect 10 in her meet against Florida on this event. Strong routine so far.
Oh, yeah.
She has money on that dismount bar. She has stuck that time and time again.
That's what her season low is, 9.925. That's how consistent she is.
Chloe's really settled into herself.
Madison Fada will be the final vaulter for the Sooners after E-steps 9.95. Elle Miller scored a 9.925 for her 1.5. Here's Fada. Oh, 3 in a row. Oh.
I'm speechless. They are excited about that. They should be. Oklahoma is the best vault team in the country for a reason. Their technique and ability to find landings is just on another level.
Lou Ball told us before the competition they really spend a lot of time focusing on the runs. And I've heard from other athletes in other sports, you see, you gymnasts are amazing, but you don't run very well. So he is really dialed into making sure that those runs are efficient, effective. So these two teams are nearly deadlocked. The score, by the way, came in just now for Addison Fada. It's a 9.975. Here is Azarea Ra Akbar, the anchor competitor for Alabama.
One of the best bar swingers in the country. She just floats through this routine. Just stunning to watch on this event.
Wow. Legs
don't separate for a second. Holds her handstands. You can tell she's counting through them. That small scoop back is going to be the biggest deduction in that routine. She is excellent.
Really floats on this Van Leeuwen transition. Amazing.
She makes gymnastics look incredibly easy, and it's not.
Her college debut on bar, she scored a 9.975. What a way to kick off your career. Alabama does a great job in the first rotation, but this one is close. And Oklahoma with a 9.975 for Addison Fada. 3 stock landings in a row.
Has had to find her rhythm out of it. Swinging out of that big release move is challenging to do.
A bit of a scoring controversy a couple of weeks ago because she was so high on the transition move. She actually touched her feet on the floor. One judge claims they didn't see it. Another judge probably just ignored it. Scores were too high for sure. It was outrageous. And if she can handle the power this time. Oh.
So much height on that.
Here's where it happened. Oh, nice. Great control.
Good improvement from Lily Peterson. Head coach KJ Kindler said she has the highest potential in this lineup to go 10.
Oh! What a moment! Lily Peterson. A bit of redemption here back in the Lloyd Noble Center. That was spectacular. So dynamic.
Monster on this this release move, had to stretch to get back to the bar, and just nails that handstand afterwards on top. When Lily sticks, I love it because it's so clear. Her chest is always up. It's such a clear stick.
She deserved 9.925. That's a season high for her. Here's Ella Murphy, the freshman out of Frisco, Texas now. The scorers are typically supposed to build. Think this, they started with a 9.925. Where are we headed tonight?
Well, Ella Murphy can definitely build off of Lily Peterson's 9.925. Look at her lines and extension. It's fantastic. Another stick for Oklahoma. Ella Murphy, the freshman.
The second stick in a row on bars and the fifth in a row in this competition. Sticks can be contagious sometimes.
You can tell that they are building off of Lily's stick. They did a great job on vault. You want to see those handstands within that 10 degrees. Excellent job. Ella excels at handstands, can actually hold a handstand on the bar for a minute long.
Ashley, as she was explaining, and you're right, it has a lot to do with your tempo into the vault table, what the resulting vault will be. Back to the bars now. Addison Feda after a 9.825 after that little shuffle on the landing for Hannah Scheibe.
Beautiful release, had to stretch, had a lot of height on her release after that, called a pack salto. Addison's been working on finding her rhythm in this routine as well.
Yes. Another stuck landing. Feda fell on her bar routine in the third week of the season, but came back with a career high the week after. That's toughness right there, the sophomore from Wrightsville, Pennsylvania.
Beautiful dismount. She is so sticky tonight, Bart. Those feet are not moving when they come into the ground.
8.25. Alabama has not broken into the 9.9s. All their vaults are clean, but they could use a couple of stuck landings right now.
She has a lot of power. It's just about dialing it in at the end.
Oh!
And she found it. Talk about dialing it in.
Head coach Ashley Priest-Johnson loved it.
Co-associate head coach Justin Spring said she's lightning in a bottle, and I think that's a perfect description for her. She's just electric to watch, and when she gets the stick, she's almost perfect every time.
She launches off that vault table. Her head is... Okay, Addison Feda, after her stuck landing, got a 9.9. That brings up the rock, Faith Torres. We often see her in the all-around, not doing the all-around this week. Struggled with some ankle issues, but she is money everywhere else.
Faith is one of, if not their most consistent athlete in these lineups. Does a good job adjusting quickly, like even on that pirouette. The Sooners are not moving their feet on these dismounts, okay? So much amplitude over the bar. I love Faith Torres because she's so aggressive in her skills.
Mackenzie Estep, we mentioned it earlier. This is her first goal as an all-around competitor. She's coming after the second 9.9 in a row for the Sooners on bars. So they have 4 scores, 9.9 or better. And here is Estep. She can fly.
Beautiful job on that shoot over. Also bumped her back a spot this week. Want to increase her scoring potential. Closes with this hard dismount. Money.
Oh, yeah.
It is easy for Mackenzie Estep.
The first freshman since Maggie Nichols to earn a 9.9 or better on 3 events in her college debut. The freshman out of Auburn, Washington. seems quite comfortable up there.
Gymnastics is so easy for her. She looks like a senior and she's only a freshman. She just has this maturity about her competition that elevates her level.
All right, that completes the second rotation out of 4 in this competition. We expected a tight competition, and that is what we have. 2 of the, which has led to many of their successes at the national level. Addison Feda is a solid, consistent leadoff competitor, and that's part of the strategy of KJ Kindler. You need somebody who's confident and almost a guaranteed hit in that leadoff spot.
Beautiful job on that acro series as well, a requirement from every athlete competing on beam today. Like you said, Bart, she is just so consistent in this leadoff spot, one of the best in the country on beam. Helps build confidence on beam for the rest of the lineup as well.
Former 2-time U.S. national team member, competed at the Olympic trials in 2021. By her parents, Tony and Jen, at Prestige Gymnastics and her club training. Now it's just a sophomore here at OU.
OU excels at their beam dance as well. We talk about dance on floor, but beam has dance too.
Put it in the bank.
Rinse and repeat.
So this has been the strategy, and I think she's the first coach that actually illustrated for us exactly the mindset on who goes and in what order. Kira Wells now up second. Addison Feda led them off with a 9.875.
And stabilizer is a great description of Kira Wells' beam. She is confident in this routine. Got to talk about this first skill. It's so hard to do. Switches legs in the middle of it. I asked if she had that skill because it's such a challenging skill when she came to college, and she said, no. I played with it over the summertime, and then KJ said, go ahead and lift your hands and make it an aerial instead of a cartwheel. And that's where she's ended up.
Unusual to see a switch feet right before the landing on that aerial cartwheel.
It's tricky to switch your feet in the air. Also has this acro series in the end of her routine. Most athletes do it in the beginning to get it out of the way. Shows the confidence that she carries throughout this routine. Said she feels more confident competing this year than ever. And we see that in her gymnastics. Has 2 preseasons under her belt now. Approach it with a different mindset that this year splits well over 180 degrees. Just a slight balance check. Didn't panic though. Sometimes you feel off and you get panicked. She does a great job of grounding herself into the beam.
You notice those taped up ankles. She had an ankle sprain last week before the meet against Kentucky. Didn't seem to bother her there. 3 hits in a row for the Sooners there. Rachel Rybicki now, the senior. Made her season debut last week following a back injury.
Dynamic first pass for Rachel. Did a good job staying on her front leg. When the athletes step back into that lunge, it's not a deduction if their foot stays planted in the front. Rachel's been a staple in this floor lineup most of her career. They've got a lot of youth on their team, so it's nice to see that senior leadership in these lineups as well. Last pass, clean landing out of it, pointed right to us.
Another hit, 3 in a row for the Crimson Tide on floor. The athletes and so deep on that particular event for Oklahoma to step into that spot. Very important, especially on a big meet like tonight with number 1 versus number 4. Okay, this could just flat out be a highlight. Azariah Ra Akbar coming after Rachel Rybicki had a 9-9, their high score over there on floor.
She is stunning on this event, from the choreography to the tumbling. Beautifully done, 2.5. That's a hard skill to stick. You've got to have good air awareness. Azariah has high scoring potential on all events, but especially floor. She can show her power off, but also shows her extension, like on those leaps right there, well above 180 degrees. Az's technique is just exquisite. Even on skills like that wolf turn, her legs are all the way straight and extended. Clean routine for Azariah Ra Akbar. Maybe the best she has done this season.
Very controlled on all of her tumbling and landings especially. She was coached by her dad, Jubael himself. He was a gymnast. He's a Canadian elite gymnast now.
So clean. On twisting skills especially, it's hard to keep your legs side by side.
Difference in terms of the rules in elite competition, meaning Olympic and World Championship level. What we're watching here is NCAA gymnastics, which has slightly different rules. But needless to say, NCAA gymnastics is enormously popular. Some athletes are choosing to do both college and elite, meaning that they could compete for the Olympic team. Someone like Jordan Childs at UCLA, who does both. Here's Lily Peterson. Mackenzie Estep had a 9.775 in that 4th spot.
Nails that side summy. I think that's such a hard skill to compete because you lose eye contact with the beam and you're looking into the crowd. Have to have a lot of confidence. Even on that switch side as well. She's not looking at the beam, so really has to be over the top. Had an excellent stick on this last week.
And again, interestingly, she was in that 5th spot. She ends up being the stabilizer today because Mackenzie Estep had a 9.775. That score is grayed out, meaning that's the low. Oh, this could be fun. Jamison Sears after Azariah Ra Akbar had a 9.95, a career high for her. This woman is basically bionic, and her nickname is J Money.
Jamison is the hype woman of this team. Flies high on this first pass.
Wow.
Leaves me speechless every time. A lot of other athletes just aren't getting the high like Jamison does. She's in a league of her own with that. Even on these leaps right here, no one is jumping that high part. This routine is so fun. But it takes a lot of energy, too.
It sure does. But she never stops moving. The moment she comes in the gym, she's bouncing around nonstop. She's not scored below a 9.9 yet this season on floor. Wow.
Places that crown on her head because she's the queen of floor.
As she should be in a big front step out to tuck double at the end of the routine, and of course a big double layout at the beginning, Kennedy.
This is so high in the air. Spots her feet well into the floor. And again, you're not required to get as high as you can. I like the effort that Jamison goes to do it. And then it just eats up this choreo. See?
Fell Alabama when she did that choreography, but she'll score well for sure. Now here's the anchor competitor for the Sooners, Faith Torres. She's the Rock. She's a national champion in 2024 on this event. And Lily Peterson before her, their high score, 9.925. Remember, they were trying to replace the 9.775 for E-Step.
Hard acro series. She nails it. Again, she's done that countless times. It's why she's won a national championship on beam. Faith approaches beam differently than the rest of the lineup. She has more of a calm demeanor as she goes throughout this routine, completely unfazed by really anything. It's why KJ puts her in this anchor spot. And I think that acro series she does is the hardest that you can really do in collegiate gymnastics.
Yes. Expect a big score. That was clean. Faith Torres, the senior out of Bristol, Wisconsin.
And this acro series is difficult because you twist into it. A lot of athletes you see either stay straight forwards or go straight backwards. You don't see them do a half turn like she does in the side aerial before the layout.
Jazz Cawley now, the freshman. Said she loves the pressure. Well, here you go. It's balance beam in the final rotation. And we're in a close meet with the #1 team in the nation. We'll see how she handles it. La Coursier led them off with a 9.8.
Chloe did a great job setting her up. Has actually been more of a starter on this event for them. Bumped her back a spot. Excellent series. You can really see those strong arms that Ashley wants out of her beam lineup. I love how she's attacking the beam and being aggressive. Hard to do as a freshman. Just the dismount left. Nice job. Actually looked a little crooked out of that. Great job knowing exactly where she was at, coming into the floor and sticking.
Ella Murphy now for the Sooners on floor. 9.825 on beam in the previous rotation. 9.925 on bars earlier today.
Clean first pass. That is a stick. And like head coach KJ Kindler said, she is mesmerizing to watch on this event. Has has the center's cut in the middle of it. KJ said that she thought center should have won Best Picture, and that's called taste. Really solid on that pass as well.
Kindler is well known for picking very original, interesting music for her athletes. Not cookie cutter type routines at all, are they?
They put a lot of emphasis on their dance work.
Boy, she nailed that double back at the beginning of the routine.
This was just excellent. Such a good stick. Didn't even need to step back to that lunge.
We talked to Coach Kindler earlier this week, and we talked Pavla now for Oklahoma on the floor. Earlier tonight, we saw her sister Natalia on bars for Alabama. Her sister claims to be Camila's biggest fan. She's so proud that as Natalia is graduating out of college gymnastics, her younger sister is coming in, even though they're competing for two separate teams.
Nice landing on that double pike. We talked about that preservation that KJ takes with her team. Camila is capable of doing a full twisting, a full in on that first pass. Might debut it this weekend on the podium. Would be a great meet to feel. I always like sister duos that are a little bit different. Camila's gymnastics is completely different from Natalia's, but they're both in these lineups, being utilized for different reasons. Such a strong tumbler.
Camila claims that the NCAA gymnastics experience is living the dream with my best friends.
Had so much flight on this. The hip rise was excellent. Clean stick to the lunge. And dynamic out of this as well.
A couple of notes there as well. Back to Alabama on the beam. Kylie Kwame, a sophomore from Washington. Gabby Ladani had a 9.8. So far over there, Alabama has 2 9.8s and 1 9.9.
Kylie has really contributed to this positive culture that Alabama has cultivated this season. Nice triple series there. Kylie is a confident athlete, and you see that confidence throughout her beam work. So much height on that as well. Almost landed with straight legs. It's hard to get that hip rise on an individual skill like that. Has a different dismount forward. Gainer full.
Oh, nice.
Finds it so easily. Soaks in that stick, shows it off.
Alabama doing a nice job on the beam, but they're trailing Oklahoma. And Oklahoma showing no signs of letting up on floor.
I like how smooth that connection was. Sometimes you see athletes hesitate after that first skill, the front area.
Team member a sophomore out of Washington. Here's Elle Miller now. This is a fascinating routine. Talk about original choreography.
Elle brings an intensity to her dance that we really don't see from a lot of athletes on floor. I love it. She is so serious and locked in. Easy first pass. Had a slight stumble out of this last week. Not today. Exactly where she needed to be on that last pass. You know, KJ talked about a lot of them end with lead passes as well, like Elle, which can be more difficult to do sometimes than the tumbling.
You know, that's a type of piece of music that not everybody could perform to, isn't it?
No, you've got to have this level of performance quality in your dance to be able to pull that off, and Elle is impressive with her choreography.
They hope to close the gap on the Sooners, who are continuing to be impressive on floor. Elle Miller had their second straight 9.925, and two big floor routines yet to come to finish this off for the #1 team in the country. Here's Addison Feda.
This is one of my favorite routines that KJ did this season. I think she just eats this choreo. And this first pass is new for her this season. Actually had some struggles last week against Kentucky with that skill right there. Well done today.
That's plenty of difficulty on the floor. Front full to a 2.5. But once again, KJ Kindler prefers those forward landings because they're less stress on the ankles and the Achilles in particular.
And they do difficult gymnastics. This is a front double twist. That is worth an E in gymnastics. We rank our skills by the alphabet. And E is the hardest that you can do. F if you're Simone Biles.
Important note, 9.75 or better for Addison Feda, which she'll easily get. Gets Oklahoma to that magic 198, and 198 is a championship level score.
Collegiate gymnastics, good start for the Tigers. Here we go with MJ Frazier, #3 in the nation in the all-around, leads off on bars. What a leadoff athlete to have.
To have a leadoff athlete score a 9.9 easily, that's MJ Frazier. Those are the teams that are going to be vying for an NCAA title. You want to get a 9.9 to start with. Dynamic to the vertical handstand shape. Good smooth rhythm from high to low. Gonna finish double layout, spots the ground, and that's what makes her such a strong leadoff. Not only does she have 0 built-in deductions, look at this form. Straight to the high bar, legs straight, and then she lets go at the perfect time. You see the leg separation a little bit here, but the judges are seeing a side angle. I'm not sure if they saw that.
It's above the rim if you're measuring at home. Now the pressure moves to Kayla DiCello because you can see 2 scores in the 9.4s. Who thought this was going to happen? This is a bad spot for the Gators. They're going to have to count one of those.
Well, she's coming off of a season best last weekend, 9.925, and this is looking sharp so far. Kayla does her best when she's aggressive, and I can see that on bars too.
They needed that. Stop the bleeding.
There was something that happened last week where it just unlocked for Kayla. Head coach Jenny Rowland said that there was a lot of good last week, and it was Kayla's confidence and Sky's confidence that really attributed to them having such a strong weekend. And for her to lock it in 2 weekends in a row, that's going to help her confidence even more.
They needed that one from Kayla DiCello. You mentioned Sky.
Can't make up for bars.
Now the freshman Maya Terry follows 3 scores of 9-8 or better from Missouri. Looking for those big numbers. Again, 9 9s. Those are the ones that win it for you. 3 of them here would be big for the Tigers.
She does a huge Ginger release move right here. Wow.
Beautiful.
Little leg separation. Curious if the judges saw it from the angle they're sitting at. But really nice lines in that handstand position. Just a joy to watch her swing bars, and she's just a freshman, got the first stick for Missouri. She's got a bright future, to say the least.
This reminds me of Nastia Lukin back in your day, Sam.
Huge Ginger, caught with the straight arms. Good tuck full in dismount. The biggest deduction I saw there was a little leg separation in that Ginger.
9.65 for MJ Frazier. Danny Ferris now. It is must hit big time for Florida.
Her job is to be aggressive, go big, gets the job done, really solid landing. That's what Florida wants to do. You almost see a sigh of relief from the coaches there.
Let's head back over to bars and Taylor Davis. Taylor?
Well, guys, Hannah Horton is a product of
planted. Unfortunately, you're not going to get the job done.
If you want a stuck landing, and as close to a guarantee as you're going to get, look no further than Selena Harris Miranda, and specifically on this vault.
Marchenko 1.5, and just locks it in.
Unbelievable.
Like it's easy money right there.
And that is absolutely what the Florida Gators needed. You can see those scores are already counting a 9.75. Not this one, though.
And she is just so patient in that block. She waits for her hands to leave the table before she starts twisting. And then I think she has some of the best air awareness of any gymnast in the nation to know exactly where she is, adjust, and then be able to stick the landing every.
Amelia Dizador, a 9.85. Didn't get that 9.9, but still a good start score. Now Danny Ferris hoping to build on that. That is what you like to do with your lineup. Start big and just continue to go up and hope those last couple athletes can flirt with that 10.0.
She's a powerful athlete doing another double layout similar to her teammate Amelia. Such a fun routine to celebrate her mother's Moroccan heritage. This is another new pass for Danny. Nicely done. She is so solid, especially on these leg events.
Two for two for the Florida Gators.
Watch how high she gets on this double layout. Well, she actually rushed her chest there at the beginning, but was still able for her hips to rise. She's just so quick. Legs together on that combination pass. And they're 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
They want to keep building. They got to keep building.
They got to keep building. Try to just shave a half tenth, maybe a tenth when you go scores, but they got a half tenth on that first one, and then you just keep putting the pressure on the Tigers, and maybe, just maybe, they can make some magic. Olivia Kelly here now in the third spot.
Front aerial into that back handspring, and this is really a big opportunity for Olivia because head coach Shannon Welker said this third spot right here is one that they're hoping to solidify. They're not quite sure. Grace Ann Davis, the grad student, was in this position last week. There's about 3 athletes fighting for this spot.
Olivia Kelly, another one of those world team members. She competed for Barbados at the World Championships.
Difficult.
Florida Gator on your pilgrim.
Doing that difficult wolf turn. You know what I appreciate about this Missouri team is they got the difficult skills too. They are going big. Finishing with a 1.5.
There you go.
That's the solid stick. And the question I have is going to be for the coaches. Did she solidify herself in that lineup? Because that looked pretty good to me. Front aerial, your arms must keep moving above your head, and she did a good job of that. Finishing 1.5 and just gets it in the sweet spot.
Addison Lawrence, the senior now in the anchor position. Good beam rotation from Missouri. Maybe not great, but a chance here to finish strong and keep that lead big heading into the fourth rotation.
Well, this athlete has scored 995 4 times this season, and I had the opportunity to talk to one of their coaches, Whitney Snowden, about her early in the warm-up, and wow, that was incredibly crooked. I cannot believe she just made that series. She actually had hip surgery a few years ago, and coaches noticed that she really came back with a different perspective. She really made the most of each practice, and what they noticed the most was how she was able to compete and not be flustered ever. She'll have little mistakes, and this is a perfect example of that, of being completely sideways on the beam and having a millisecond to adjust and fix it, not wobble. I mean, that is elite gymnastics right there.
And she has been consistent. 4 out of 5 of her routines this season. 995s. Incredible. Number 6 in the country on this event. There's the stuff landing.
Wow, that is incredible. It's nice that she made that and all, but I am just in awe of how she was able to pull this on. I think it's one of the most difficult series because you have to do a back handspring with your wrong leg. Look at her foot there.
Wow.
She started going crooked after her first acro skill, though, and was slowly able to put it back on.
Guys, I was standing right down here by the beam when that happened. Her teammates all flinched during that, and Whitney Snowden looked at me and said, good for her on her.
Build throughout a lineup typically, and usually there's momentum going into someone who might score a 10. I like to call it the assist in gymnastics, similar to like a goal assist.
Addison Lawrence, 995, another one.
Wow.
5th of the season for her. Florida cannot catch Missouri in this rotation, regardless of what Selena gets here, but still, you need a big number to give yourself a chance in the final rotation.
Good tuck full in, keeping both feet planted in the landing. Man, her routine's fun. You can't help but smile when you watch. She engages the crowd well.
Selena, transfer from UCLA before her junior season. Another big-time transfer for Florida.
Upgraded this last pass to 1.5 front full. What a good anchor she is on this lineup. Really making the whole lineup a fun celebration.
I know we saw an uncharacteristic mistake from her on bars, but all the time, just automatic.
Yeah, twist a little early on this full in, but we talk about adapting, and she's just so good at knowing where she is in the air to make those subtle changes right before her feet hit the ground.
So right now the low score for the Gators is a 9.8 in this floor rotation. They're certainly going to drop that with that Selena Harris-Miranda floor routine moments ago. Right now you can see at the bottom 0.725.
She's actually been competing in the glasses since about 5th grade. She was struggling with contacts and decided to just go with it. Her club coach found the strap that she still uses to keep them close to her head, but she told me it doesn't affect her spotting. She doesn't notice them in her peripherals because she's been competing in them for so long. She also said a lot of young gymnasts have told her, I was embarrassed about my glasses, but Ayla's making them cool.
I love it. How about an NIL deal for that strap holding on her glasses, Taylor?
Maybe it's her secret weapon, because that first pass was really good. Finishing double back. Good landing positions. She lit this place on fire.
Missouri known for fun floor routines, and she fits right in, does the freshman.
Opens with a double pike. No movement. She knows it. Last pass, another double flipping pass to seal the deal for a really solid routine.
And maybe the best judge of a great floor routine, Amari Celestine, sophomore, by the way. During the next couple of seasons for sure. Kaya Tonska now holds the lead in the all-around. This is a good event for her. MJ Frazier coming for her, and just a 0.5 back.
We've seen her compete on these leg events throughout her career, but again, debut in the all-around, and I'd say it's going pretty well.
And 9.9 or better in her last 2 on this event.
Head coach Shannon Welker said an off-season goal was to be cleaner and better with their leap series, and he was so quick to say, I'm just really proud of that specific element of their floor routine because they got the tumbling down. Good control to move out of that last pass. Another really solid routine for Mizzou. They're just cooking over here on this last event.
And they're having a great time as well. Selena Harris-Miranda, 4th in the NCAA on this event. Top 6 on every event, including the all-around. Tremendous athlete. MJ Frazier, 9.875. That all-around title is going to go to Kaya Tonskin in her debut in the all-around. Tremendous.
Well, we know how well Selena scores in the all-around, but beam is actually her highest scoring event, just slightly, with almost a 9.95 average. And we've been talking a lot throughout this show about adjustments and quickly moving your body and replacing it so it doesn't matter. You don't have to be perfect. You can make it work no matter what. And I think Selena is one of the best at doing that. You add that with the having the watch me mentality is what the coaches say. And that's what you want for somebody that's an anchor or towards the back of the lineup, because it doesn't matter what type of pressure is on them leading up. They welcome that. Finishing 1.5 on her toes. She was a little off today throughout her 4 events, and that's really saying a lot because I think she is just so solid every single time she competes.
I know it's dangerous to correct you, but fault, she was not off.
You're right.
I mean, that was like a knife.
But the fact that she had one event that was off is an off night for Selena. That's
Okay.
how good she is.
I will go with that.
Is the point I'm trying to make. She is just such an all-around athlete.
She was like
this the entire time. Like we mentioned at the beginning, 4th consecutive week facing a top 3 team in the nation. They've been tested and tested early, but the looseness, the energetic approach they've had tonight, really consistent throughout.
Love it. Kennedy Griffin now, she's gotten a 10 on this event. She's 19th ranked in the country. I'll tell you what, if she gets a 10 right here, this roof might come off this place.
Gotta find those landings.
It's not going to take a 10 to win this competition for the Missouri Tigers. It's only going to take a 9.375. I'm pretty sure Kennedy could sleepwalk through this routine and get that number. This is going to be a big win for the Tigers.
And she wants a big score. Last week, she got a 9.925, hoping to build off that here. She's 1 for 1 in terms of solid landings. Let's increase that to 2. Leap combination, feet all the way around, feet finishing together. This is going to be a really high score for Missouri. Opens with a nice double pike. Had a lot of momentum, but did a good job of holding her chest forward to keep that front foot planted. Finish double tuck. Good vertical position when she landed.
One more to go, and it's Hannah Horton in the anchor spot for Missouri. But before we, a world all-around bronze medalist. We've talked about the resume of this Florida Gator roster, but this is not something new for the Gators. They have had high-end elite athletes on their roster for many, many years. In fact, get a load of this stat, Sam. If you added up all the world medals from anybody who's been on a Florida Gator roster, the Florida Gators alone would be the 4th highest ranked country in the world if you go back to the year 2000 in world all-around medals. Insane.
That is a good stat. So you're saying they're kind of good. Doing a double wolf turn now. That's a change she made last weekend that they're sticking with. She felt a lot more confident adding some difficulty in the wolf turn, but downgrading her series to just a back handspring layout instead of that triple series coming up next. Good back handspring layout. She does look really confident and comfortable up there. There's something about on beam when you get a routine that clicks. It's just fun to be up there and to have no hesitation, no doubts. That's what I see from Caitlin. That's the vibe that she's giving off. one of those athletes that likes the aggressive mindset, and I really see that throughout this routine. It's going to be a really good score for Kayla DiCello, another confident routine she can add to her belt.
Great finish there for the Gators. Not the night that they were hoping for. It's going to be the first blemish on their SEC record here this season.